talk say, if you want no buckle up, they say they will become irrelevant. These are other things that we be saying in mention. But as I talk to you right now, the ADC, as they don't summer the presidency, for inside waiting and talk for UN National General Assembly, they also don't they hold high stakeholders meeting as we they talk. In fact, for inside that meeting, Pantami, Saraki's ally, and El Rufai, Amechi, Arek Beshola, all of them, Tambowa, all of them been there for inside the meeting for Abuja, the stakeholders meeting where BC hold today. And we will just see on that meeting and the outcome of that meeting. But we'll move to other issues. Heavy security as Lagos government demolishes over 19 buildings at Trade Fair Plaza. And what's in the name again? Oga Joy Boke don't raise alarm. Say, why did they demolish? In fact, him and Peter B and some others are the patron of that market. Why he said they demolish those things? And he himself don't come talk. Say, Kwankwaso don't tell APC, say, ain't done ready to return to APC. So could it be that truly, Kwankwaso is likely to be Tinubu's vice president in 2027. Hey, you go hot, well, look. I'm going to enter into another issue. National blackout looms as Nigerian electricity workers begin strike. They don't start strike. Japan don't scrap that proposed Nigerian community project because of waiting. They say our presidency or Tinubu government lie about the visa exemption. Because of that one, they can't say they don't wash their hand come out for Nigeria matter like conscious violence. Say they do again. They don't wash their hand come up for a matter. How embarrassing this day, sir. Meanwhile, FBI don't place 14 million naira reward for information leading to arrest of a Nigerian man. One Nigerian man winning Olumide Adebiyi Adejiran. Say if on a face for me, 14 million naira, then we say 14 million naira. Now we go pay on if on a see. Tinubu honors Ogoni 4, moves to restart oil production in Ogoni land. That one said day. 11,000 persons, 420 communities lost to plateau violence. That one said day as part of the things that we see happen and we will go to talk about today. And then we'll move on to other issue. Christ Apostolic Church don't beg Nigerians where they're hungry. So not gonna vex, not gonna take them easy now. Take them easy with Oga Tinubu and also that they're hungry, not gonna not gonna be patient with them. Not gonna be patient. I beg, good. 2027 concerned Southeast political leaders scrutinize Peter Obi's single-term proposal. Say they want to torchlight. Why is single even use single-term? Meanwhile, we've been hearing reports earlier say Tinubu don't.
Michael, welcome. Greetings to you. I'm going to share my link
APC betrayal. Plans
for anybody who wants to come. I want to discuss this matter.
Mahmoud Yakubu will preside over the promotion of some.
I'm going to be stopping this at some point,
chapter, despite attempts by sponsors
so we can talk about this.
Derail the inauguration. Any further attacks on ADC will be met with superior response. Dino Melaya don't want Governor Dudu. We need a joke here, Atiku vows to champion Yoruba interests, but in 8 constant and lie, no be saying vow. Atlanta mayor worth 10 million naira. No siren queue jumping.
As you come in, please double tap and like the live, please.
And then there's also a story about Imo State Police arraigning NBA ex-secretary over Facebook post calling Uzodinma government tyranny and police brutish service. On human rights abuse. Well, all of this matter and more, NIBC will carry comfortable this evening. So and joining me for Inside the Studio, now Dr. Catch Onanoju. Dr. Catch, thank you so much for joining us. We miss you. We miss you on this platform. We've missed you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. It's good to have you.
It's always good to be with you. So let's begin with the story of Atiku Abubakar raising alarm, because some people may think that it's worrisome based on what people they perceive, say the Nigerian politics or political terrain don't they like recently. So say if it be something where they will cause problem. I mean, before we even go down, it didn't matter when they inside my table, but I would like make I pick your mind on them. Shawari versus Wiki matter. How you take see waiting they go on between Shawari and Wiki? Make I just pick your mind quickly on that before we go to other issues, sir.
Well, I'll say it's nothing new. We've had it here before. Shawari has done this before against Tinubu, him and other people. Didn't matter what's his name. Reno Macri also did it against Tinubu.
Yeah, I was headed to a nursing home.
In the United States, it's when you make inquiries to actually get this kind of papers, the law allows you. So, and Wike himself has become a person of interest for all watchers of Nigeria's democracy.
Why?
So,
Why would be
because
like a
Wike
person
has
of
become
interest?
a person of interest, well, his intentions is to undermine the democracy.
Wow.
I think he's the only human being who openly campaigns to undermine the opposition in the democracy. He does not hide it, and he does it because I think he has support from a desperate President Tinubu. And you can see how the seizure of River State was just to make Wike happy. Those kind of removal of a democratically elected person is not known.
But the same person that they removed
president
democratically went to go and thank the president for removing him, for reinstating him and for restoring peace.
Well, he was so dealt with, and he didn't see opposition strong enough to fight for him. So he was simply forced to go and beg, so that even if it's him coming back to office and bearing the name governor, that he's willing to do whatever Wike and Tinubu demand of him. So for me, these are what is called consequences of state capture, because if you compare that to what happened in Borno, where the Attorney General advised against the president removing an elected person. In the case of River State, it was just done to please Wike, but also to please Tinubu's intention of seizing River State. Now, they're having questions being asked by the administrator, who seemed to have been reckless with finances.
He's pleading with the president. I hear that he's pleading with the president that the president should not probe, that he should not accent to the probing of his tenure or how he spends Rivers' money. We don't know how true that is, but gossip.
I'm aware he's afraid. I think he didn't go there to administer the state. He went to rape the state.
Wow.
So this is the first time in this democracy that you actually have consequences of state capture driven this far. And you can attempt, looting of a state without going through the law. And the very man whom this was given to is behaving as if he doesn't understand that Nigeria is a democracy. You see, this is the problem. It depends on the conditions upon which he was hired by whoever brought him there. But he too should have known that whatever he does will be subjected to interrogation. So I cannot understand. An officer of that, standing in the military should know that the laws will apply. But Mr. Ibas doesn't seem to understand what he's dealing with, and that's why he is fighting and wishing that nobody gets his service records. I think even if it's in the Navy, his service records will be interrogated, whether it's in the Air Force or any part of the military.
Okay.
His service record will be interrogated. So if he behaves the way he's doing currently, then Nigerians will start to understand that the capture of River State was not actually done to please the law. It was purely done to capture and loot the state mercilessly, as seems to be the case.
So
I think the president...
I was going to say that with what is going on between
welcome, Mudia.
do you see any headway? Warren is pressing buttons though. You don't write.
I'm sharing my screen if you want to join the back studio for now, but this is the video we're looking at today.
By the way,
this doesn't start now. There are a lot of Nigerians who want Nigeria to succeed. And because they want Nigeria to succeed, they are willing to do anything that they can. And most of them in the United States, helping to seek out information like this.
need a new AC and heating system before summer hits the Sacramento area?
It's what most Nigerians in the United States
Absolutely,
care
Michael.
about our democracy and the fact that Nigeria should get well. This is what they do. So there are several people willing to help Shawari to find this kind of records, especially when it concerns a person of interest who has publicly declared himself to be an enemy of democracy. So I think what Shawari is doing is commendable. That's the right thing to do. I believe that's the right way for Nigerians to actually go about.
I've shared the link. If you scroll up, you should see a link highlighted in blue. Can you guys see the link? I hope the poll is the poll. I hope it's not blocking you guys. Or if it's not, if it's blocking you guys, let me know so I can remove it.
Fighting for a restoration of democratic rule. You know, Wike does what he does because he thinks that's what Tinubu wants. They do not want election. They do not want free and fair election. And so they now set these protocols, and Wike is willing to do this. That's why a lot of people internationally are standing ready to help. Don't worry, to gain records to bring Wike down. Wike is not very liked across the world.
Why?
I will
well, because
Idemudia. So this is the video we're listening to, so we'll play it first before we have the conversation, okay?
You see, every democracy gets
so I put you in the studio.
It has a viral opposition.
Okay.
The Wike is a member of up to 6 different political parties. This is an abnormality.
It's not highlighted in blue.
More than 6. Wike
it's
is
highlighted
like,
now. I didn't see him.
Well,
he has entered the studio though. Michael, if you want to enter the studio, enter the studio now. I show him, you know, highlights.
The advantages that come from a one-party rule.
How about
no
now?
Other party in Wike's calculation
This is
should
weird.
be stable in the democracy. So
May I share
when
it to
people
you for
see
your
him,
WhatsApp?
when they see him doing this internationally, they will be very happy to be of help to Shawari to actually be able to do something about Wike. So I think I need to understand and tell people Wike is somebody of interest due to his ways. You see what they call that president, that we have 3 arms of government. One is the presidency at the executive, Wike at the judiciary, and then
well, Wike is not a member of, well, maybe because he's a body of bencher, member of body of benchers, but he not be practicing lawyer now. So I use can't get strength for judiciary like that. We make them go talk, say him be one of the 3 arms of government.
Now, wow. Well, now Wike they build houses for judges now. Wike is busy greasing.
Wike has shown a propensity to use corruption to undermine the judiciary.
Exactly.
And he doesn't hide it. He advertises his intrusion in the judiciary as a job. And he does those things to undermine the democracy.
Yep.
So that's why there's a lot of interest. And now they started interrogating him. They have seen he's a very corrupt person. You know, so that's a reason he behaves in this thuggish manner. So that, you know, and the things the president will protect him. But what he does undermines our democracy.
Exactly.
And when the democracy is undermined, it becomes a source for concern for friends of Nigeria and also Nigerians in the international community. There are Nigerians in the United States who are willing to help Mr. Shawari to bring out as many truths as possible to actually fight Mr. Wike for his roles against our democracy.
All right, so let's get straight to what Atiku Abubakar said. Let me start with the president. The vice president has raised an alarm, alleging that the presidency has resorted to hiring faceless mercenaries to fabricate fake stories about him. Now, Atiku, in a statement by his media aide, Paul Ibe, distanced himself from one caller Johnson, whom he said had been issuing statements in his name. The statement clarified that the former presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party has never engaged Kola Johnson as a media consultant, aide, or even associate. The statement reads in part, in fact, let me even start it from the beginning. It reads, presidency engaged in high-level propaganda, disinformation against Atiku. That's a press release. We have observed with concern a certain self-styled media consultant, one Kola Johnson, issuing press releases in the name of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. One findings point directly to the presidency. They say our findings point directly to the presidency, which in its desperation to smear opposition leaders has resulted to hiring faceless mercenaries to fabricate fake stories and circulate unauthorized statements on Atiku. Particularly offensive is the false claim attributed to this individual that an Atiku administration would be dominated by a single ethnic group. Oh, remember that there was a publication that came out recently that stated that Atiku vowed to prioritize Yoruba people if given power. I think that's where it's coming from. So they went further to say that this disinformation is part of a calculated propaganda projected designed to ridicule Atiku in the media. They now said, let's be clear, Atiku Abubakar has never engaged one Kola Johnson as a media consultant, aide, or associate. Any statement issued in that name is fake and should be disregarded. He urged media houses that have published such falsehoods immediately to retract them. We caution Nigerians, especially the media, to remain vigilant against the propaganda schemes of the Tinubu administration, which now includes circulating fabricated statements through compromised journalists. For the records, authentic information from Atiku Abubakar is only released through the Atiku Media Office, signed by his media advisor, Paul Ibe. Only all the special assistants on the public communications, editors, and media gatekeepers are strongly advised to verify with the AMO before publication. And Paul Ibe signed this from the Atiku Media Office. Now, I don't know if you saw that publication earlier today. Was it today or yesterday, though, that Atiku said that his government will prioritize Yorubas. And people thought that, okay, it may just be a publicity stunt, because, you want to impress people. Apparently, the person who signed this is one Kola Johnson. That says Atiku Abubakar has promised that if elected into office, in 2027, the Yoruba people interest will be given the highest priority in his administration. Now, the big question, sir, is
the remaining tribes for Nigeria now follow common abuse. Can you imagine a candidate coming out and saying, oh yeah, I'm going to prioritize this set of these people? It doesn't make any sense at all. This type of politics that they do in Nigeria that does not make sense, that has not led us anywhere. You are coming out and you're saying, oh, I will prioritize. Atiku should zukwanike. He should rest. He should rest. Is this the type of politics he wants to go and be doing in Nigeria? I don't understand. So every other tribe in Nigeria now follow come, we come. We come, sit down, they look, make everybody, they destroy the country, they go like that. It doesn't make any sense. The audacity is the audacity for me. You're coming out and you're opening your mouth. Wow. I promise to prioritize Yoruba. Are you kidding? Do you know how many tribes we have in Nigeria that nothing is happening in their communities? Nothing. Anyway, let's move on.
Johnson.
So we can
make a
finish this.
The media houses, mainstream media will carry on.
Welcome, Chia Mary.
I don't understand messagings. There were confusions in Atiku's messagings. The messaging is wrong. There are disjointed messagings. People expect him to give a message like he will now become an elder statesman and support the people from the south, as the PDP has already zoned their president
to the south. The PDP and the APC has zoned to the south. So let's just be clear. It's not the PDP alone.
Not just
PDP
the PDP and APC. Listen, for you to be able to fight the incumbent, you must unite the opposition.
Yeah.
Atiku is just reacting to decision to zone the presidency as it was zoned in 2019 to the north, which made him appear without any competition from southerners. So the same thing that was done in 2019 is what is being done now. He's fighting it. He's wasting his time. There is nothing to be achieved from any small fringe platform. The only way to fight the incumbent is to come together and unite the opposition. The opposition because of Atiku's refusal to respect zoning. So that's why you see all these different messages linked to him seems to confuse the policy. We are waiting for him to give the right message. As a statesman, he will support the power, and then you find somebody to support. That's how it's done. So far, the messaging is not going well for Atiku because he's not saying what the political spectrum seeks to hear. So he will continue to have this battling, the proper message. And of course, you can see the same thing they do to Peter B every time. Peter will just reply with a press release and everything. You can see they just give small to Atiku, and you can hear all this. So I don't think Atiku.
I mean, you saw that one about Atiku, where they write say in visit MT Oluomo and he don't pledge loyalty to MT Oluomo leadership of the NURTW.
I didn't read it. I did not read it. I have not seen
it. And the one with Donald Trump too. And I'm like, what? How do people sit down and do things like this then?
It doesn't matter. The APC has started campaign in earnest. So they started the round of endorsements, which now force other platforms to start coming out. INEC doesn't seem to have the power to sanction early campaign activities that have been brought out without it declaring, the time open. Look at what happened. Just by suspected, behavior shows it's not where the system thinks about ADC. The INEC chairman here has been asked to proceed on,
terminal leave.
On leave prior to this. Yes, prior to his disengagement from work.
Okay.
So that tells you there's a lot of work going on.
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari.
Do you guys
Chief Executive Officer.
una sure say not be planned that they plan that asking him to step aside? They did it the last time. And we all started shouting, no, they must not remove the INEC chairman. Anyway.
Quickly. So the story carry on say, now Hope Uzodinma, your friend and governor, now actually gossip to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu after he returned from a 12 days vacation. Remember, say your governor was part of those who came to bid him farewell, and they also came back to bid him welcome.
That is not true. That is
what the news carry. I can show you evidence. So now, what the news carry you?
Hold on, I will tell you.
They said it was him. He was the one who told President that Oga Mahmoud.
Did you? Let me tell you now. I will tell you what happened. That's not true. That is not true. When this story broke, Hope Uzodinma was in Europe. It didn't break. It broke in Nigeria while Governor Uzodinma was in Europe. So, and the people who broke it were the people of the ADC, Mr. Dubebi Kachuku, when he broke it, that the INEC chairman has done this, and that is against the perception at the presidency. Governor Uzodinma at the time when that news broke was in the United Kingdom. So it had nothing to do, it's a local Nigerian gossip. When it broke, it went several places, and then the president came back and acted upon that news. As he came back, Governor Uzodinma also came back. So it's not Uzodinma, no.
Okay.
It was a local news that broke while Governor Uzodinma was.
But the bottom line is that they talk, say, Oga Mahmoud, I think they won't come out, come they go to register new political parties. And say, they no too want me, according to the gossip, they no too want me to register new parties so that opposition no go feel get hand or space where they go use wrestle power with the incumbents or the ruling party. So that bid to register new political party and all that is actually aimed at ensuring that Tinubu loses election in 2027. And that undermines the people, the APC, where APC put them into power. Now their anger be that according to the reports, as they use carrier, I think quite a couple of other media houses don't carry them, and from there we see them.
Yes.
Sir?
Precious, you need to understand. You need to understand something. INEC is where the conspiracies start.
Yep.
It happened to President Goodluck. His eye was not on the ball. It was the INEC chairman, yes, that he appointed Jega. President Goodluck's eye wasn't on the ball.
Yep.
And that was how they used Jega to undermine him and secret him during the last election in 2015.
Wow.
So you don't expect President Tinubu to be perfect in maintaining an airtight control over INEC. So if the INEC chairman is going, he could just listen to some northerners. Don't forget how he came to work. Through the same Atiku's link, when Atiku was in the APC. Don't forget that. Okay, when Tinubu, Atiku, and Buhari formed the APC, that's how Atiku and co headhunted Mr. Mahmoud to take over from Professor Chega. So there's nobody saying that their relationship has broken. So if he does Article one last favor, I don't think that is too much to be expected. So if the APC people need to understand that nothing lasts forever, something must leak. There are people who are also not happy at the way the system has become. So if they just, a sleight of hand, they register ADC and give it to David Mark, did all
That's
these things.
that's part of the age. Why
president
would they
that was
recognize
traveling-
David Mark and all that? That's what we hear. So why they go recognize them?
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. People will always have old debt. No Mahmoud before those Northerners with interest in APC. So it's possible the Northerners promoting ADC do have a relationship with Professor Mahmoud. So if he does him that favor, I don't think it is abnormal, because if you check the history of this country politically, there's always a point when the respect will be thrown overboard and then conspiracies will start manifesting. You would ask yourself, at one point, did Professor Jega start working with the opposition? It worked. President Goodluck didn't know. As I said earlier, he didn't have his eyes on the ball, and they played him for soccer. So this is how the politics is, and that's why I tell you, nothing lasts forever.
All right, sir.
Okay.
So do you see any?
I still don't trust Mahmoud though. I'm sorry. I still don't trust him. Every man has a price. If he reach that day now, we are saying all this projection. No, he might just turn around and work for the opposition. I don't know. I don't trust anybody. I don't, especially Mahmoud. Not after that last election. If Tinubu likes, let him flog him. Me, I don't care. To be honest, it's not even. Let's not even pretend about that at all.
Do you see any major shake in the change of the
Let's
appointment
see
of the
how
new
you
INEC
go.
chairman?
Almost instant cash flow. This is the newest.
Waiting opposition parties would do, people like on the way the opposition, what I won't do with the new commissioners in the bringing way, most like some of them, they partisan, they loyal to APC. What's I going to do about that?
What can anybody do? The system you're talking about was created by these people now in the opposition. They created this system.
That's
They
right.
used it against the country. It's just that when their time was up, 8 years, they had to pass the power to somebody from the south. And Tinubu seems to have it now. So whatever protocols of subjugation that they designed,
Exactly,
I will
Michael.
only tell you that they are now getting a piece of their own medicine. It's like the River State issue with Siminai. Simi, Fubara, and Wike connived to steal the election in River State. So as they now set about trying to share the booty of the voter suppression, which two of them participated in. So you could see it started from the presidential election in River State. Young people were brutalized just to force them to change the result. You remember
Exactly.
the telephone conversation with Wike threatening the INEC man? He will kill him if he takes his money and don't do what he wants to do. So because of state capture, the elections were not free and fair. It was known very well from actual returns that P2B won River State. But Wike and Fubara and Co rewrote the results.
So
that's why it's
And
difficult to take
Fubara is
sides
chopping
in their
bulala
fight,
now.
because none of them are fit to hold power.
So you feel say the president they condone waiting Wiki they do because of say Wiki help and win election. Now what you think?
Well, he also wants to use Wiki again.
Exactly.
The president has seen what Buhari and his cabal did. So he's probably trying to repeat what Buhari and his cabal did. I think that's what you see. Because undermining the institutions of state was started by President Buhari. He was helped by Amechi. You remember how Amechi embarrassed and hijacked and terrorized the Supreme Court judge? And so don't forget, these are the same people. These are the same people. And then they finally went after the Chief Justice Onogen and then pushed
Even
him
the
down,
attack on the judges.
seized Exactly. Then they seized the Supreme Court and put who they want.
Hmm.
And that's when the judiciary collapsed.
Bam.
And then from there, they moved to INEC.
Bam.
Despite INEC rules, they changed it. When we said, what's the problem? They say it's a glitch.
Yeah.
Amazon Web Services say there's no glitch. Say, shut up, there's a glitch. If you say there's a glitch, that's a glitch. And that's that. So that is state capture. Because they have, military control of the space. So they don't care anymore about the democracy. Now, what I'm trying to tell you is the very people who caused this undermining of our institutions of states, the judiciary and the electoral body, have now lost power to Mr. Tinubu. And President Tinubu is now using their strategies. You would say borrow a page from their manual, and they don't like it. So that's why a lot of Nigerians are watching. Nigerians are watching. As you rightly pointed out, that was why when P2B, since they going to form APC, P2B has been meeting them, but he has not become a member of the ADC. So you saw today, they had a stakeholders meeting, he didn't go, because the fundamental problem that forced an implosion in the opposition ranks was a refusal by elements of the political class from northern Nigeria to respect zoning so that the presidential pendulum can swing back to the south after having been in the north for 8 years with President Buhari. This shaking of the system occurred in the APC and in the PDP. And the people of the PDP left, the party broke. I, alongside Toyin Okukwe, we started our campaign. We were able to headhunt Peter, who at the earlier stage said no, but he later joined us. And then the youth movement was born. So if they want us to come back to rebuild the opposition, they need to understand that the PDP has looked at our complaint for living and have accordingly sought to repair relations.
But the same Toyin Okukwe went against Peter Obi before he died. He was against him vehemently.
No. He did not. He did not.
Not be the same person who sing the music of APC and sing the praises of Tinubu before he died.
Listen, no. That was the APC having scared him, jailing him, because he worked for President Goodluck Jonathan. They arrested him and said, when you work for Jonathan, monies given to you by the NSA were in dollars. He said, yes. He said, why did you receive those monies in dollars? And he said, the NSA gave me. He said, well, for agreeing to receive the monies in dollars, and the money having exceeded 5 million in the first instance, you are guilty of money laundering charges.
Wow.
And they convicted him. And they were going to do the same thing over and over again, over several collections of money, because he was taking money from the NSA every month. So every offense for every month is seen on its own. So when they now want to bring several charges for several months, through several years, that he was collecting that money, he now abandoned P2B, if that would save him from going to prison. And the harassment now weakened his body. His old illness came, and that was how he died.
I guess, does P2B know that he did that out of compulsion because they maybe no get choice?
Yes.
Because of
I am Peter went to. Yes, no, he didn't. He was forced to walk away from P2B in the middle of the campaign, and he did, or they would jail him. That's what happened. Okay, that's the system, Nigeria, for you. They will go start digging something, and if you see that you have a traffic offense that has not been attended to, they will dust up your files and use that to charge. They do it to everybody. You can see they're inviting all sorts of people who used to work with them in the APC. Yesterday, it was Mr. Malami, former Attorney General. The other time, they invited Tambuwal. The other time, they invited Emeki Hedema. Once you are part of what gives the incumbent party sleepless nights, they will invite you to look at your previous financial records in regards of wherever you have served. So just like you're seeing now, they are calling Administrator Ibas of River State. There are people who are not happy with him. That's why they are now trying to interrogate him and ask him questions about the financial service records in regard to his administration of River State for 6 months. That's what's going on. That's Nigeria for.
All right, sir. So let's get on to issues, because we may come back to things that look like this again very soon. I mean, is it fair? I understand saying we play opposition and all that. By the way, make I just look at a few things we happen for inside the United Nations Assembly where say they go on as say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu they seek for debt relief. Say make them relieve their debts. That is Nigeria debts, right? So make them relieve Nigeria debts. But people they talk say with the international community likely listen to us, especially understanding how frivolous would they spend their money. But part of what he asked for, he also asked for demanding for permanent seats at the United Security Council for Nigeria, United Nations Security Council for Nigeria. He did make that demand. He also begged for debt. And then also one of the things he talked about, say they tell United Nations, say they don't sit up for the way that they handle things, say they will soon become irrelevant. But the ADC, they get at all because they can't vex for themselves. They can't talk, in fact, they talk, say the president spoke so well, but forgot that to mention the fact that they are ignoring insecurity, the hunger at home, and all of those. When they're supposed to go to abroad, the United Nations to tell people that our people are hungry, people should come and help us. We're not doing our job. But I like you to chime in on that very quickly because they've lambasted the APC and the presidency for going to seek for debt relief and ignoring the hunger that they left Nigerians on. But this now what people the toxic position they about so that they will give them hot maybe they change their mind. Go ahead, sir.
What if you could create custom books with your kids?
Kokaye.
The issue of debt relief and the government seeking a cleanup of its debt records is legitimate, and there's nothing wrong with asking for debt relief. Anybody would.
Even though we borrow a lot of money that we don't have good records of what we've used those monies on, that's the question.
Well, those are new debts, which I have also condemned. I don't know the reason for you to borrow needlessly if you have met your revenue targets. It may also be in line with the corruption that is tied to borrowing. Whoever negotiates for funds borrowed gets a cut of it.
Is that what happens? Sorry, go help us rewind. So anybody when negotiate borrowing, they get caught for inside the borrowing. Now, what did they happen? Money where they want Nigeria pay back.
Yes, and because that's right, and because of that, several people come to sell you debts. So once you buy that debt, the man who arranged that debt for you has a percentage that he takes. So that seems to drive the debt market more than a need to employ the resource so gotten into anything meaningful for the country's growth. So most people saw under Buhari's administration, and that was a booming corruption, protocol. So I would not say that we're not there, because these are the same party, APC. So probably the CPC faction, what they did is now being repeated by the ACN faction, who are currently in charge of the APC administration.
Okay, sir. This is really, really worrisome. But then let's get on to other issues. Let's get to the fight of the opposition before we come back to what's going to happen. First of all, say the ADC, they hold this high stakeholders meeting, and the opposition, they worried. And recently, say the ADC don't they talk, say, then they worried the way APC they use attack them anytime they won't hold meetings. I don't know if you've been privy to that. Some meetings where APC they won't hold recently, where they come under attack. But again, that did not deter them. They still held another meeting today, and that was a high stakeholders meeting, and all of them did together for inside that meeting. And part of those we did, I think a strong ally of Pantami said was also in Pantami. I think so was in that meeting. Former Minister Isa Pantami was in that meeting. Yes, ex-Senate President David Mark, Senator Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed, strong ally of ex-Senate President Bukola Saraki. Being did the meeting, all of them plenty. They and I think Babaraka posted it himself and all that. What does this mean, really? The fact that oppositions are constantly attacked whenever they come for meetings like that. Meanwhile, if the ruling party come for meeting or call for meetings like that, they need to attack them. What do they mean? And how you take see this meeting will be hold that would Peter Obi be part of?
Well, I will tell you, attacking opposition wherever they meet, anywhere in the country, is a mark of intolerance by the ruling party, and I think that is something that we must condemn, and I condemn it. I think it is wrong to make free assembly, political assembly, a dangerous venture. That is a very, very concerning introduction in our democracy, and I believe we must stop that forthwith. It's no good. I think the presidency should wade in and stop his party people from such physical attack of members of the opposition wherever they intend to meet. I have taken particular notice of the very disturbing, violent disruption of meetings in Kaduna State involving Lamnasi El-Rufai.
Even in Lagos State with Bible Road Survivor.
So wait, what's the catch? That's what most people ask when they hear about California's
Oh,
new RSS.
wow. Yeah.
Well, it just shows you that the members of the APC are not comfortable with competition. They are not comfortable with the opposition. And I don't think this is good for democracy. Well, we cannot keep quiet. We must continue to raise our voices. We must continue to condemn these things. But then it also tells you the level of our political development. I thought we had gone far to now bring Nigeria back to this kind of crass reactions against the opposition. This is wrong. This is wrong. It just shows that what was created by Atiku Abubakar, President Buhari, and President Tinubu in 2015 has become the biggest problem that Nigeria democracy currently, it was a wrong thing. They did that in a way, as they said, to take the power to the north. And they did a lot of things in the build-up to taking power. They organized shutdown of the country against the removal of subsidy. Today, Tinubu has removed subsidy. So there were things that were challenging, not because their behavior was good for the country. No, we just wanted to post anything Goodluck was doing. And as you can see, they are the ones now getting the same as people normally say. Tinubu is not Goodluck. Goodluck was a gentleman. Tinubu is not. Tinubu is not a gentleman, and it's not good for democracy.
Okay, let's quickly move on to all other issues as we get to. I mean, if we still remain in this
I'm telling you, Michael, that's the funny thing.
Back to the APC, because Joe Ibukwe talk say Kwankwaso don't already finalize plan. He don't notify the APC. Talk say he won't come back to APC. So what does it mean if Kwankwaso comes back to APC? Because he may likely be the presidential candidate for Tinubu. Remember, say the last time we hear say President Tinubu is fish for somebody who gets strong support system for North. We could be in vice and say be the official Kwankwaso. And Kwankwaso now, according to plans or statements, saying they already notified, saying won't return to the APC when they from come. What does that mean for opposition parties really? And then for your candidate P2B, what do you think that means? Because the same person said he cannot work with P2B because P2B was Andrew's liver salt. Well, here he is now, going back to work with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
I beg.
Well, you have to look at Kwankwaso misread Peter. He said that Peter was just an effervescent, sparkling ink, that the sparkle will go away. He didn't know. I personally was sent by Peter to Kwankwaso's house. I went to negotiate with Kwankwaso at his home.
No, you were part of those who tried to negotiate with him.
Yes, I went to his house off Kasinala Crescent in Maitama, Abuja, and he received me. And we spoke for a very long time. And at the end of the day, yes, he told me I'm being unfair, that he had been a commissioner.
He has been a minister.
He had been a member of House of Rep. He had been a minister. And he also had been a governor. And he has taken...
And he's an engineer, and that his CV is more than P2B's own. That's what he said.
Too.
No, I told him that he doesn't have the momentum for the sake of the country. But then at the end of the day, when I was leaving, he called me back and said he wanted to confess to me that he's under pressure. And the man he mentioned, General Lee Gusau, had also been very uncomfortable with me and doing that we were trying to disrupt the system with P2B. So I think Kwankwaso was more afraid. He was one of those who thought, who listened to General Gusau's instruction that nobody should join P2B, that P2B was disrupting the system.
Isn't that the same Gusau that Wiki accused that betrayed him or caused the betrayal, his betrayal in the PDP?
No. It's not an issue of betrayal. General Gusau said it is his turn to enjoy the presidency. That those who work with him, like Abacha and Babangida, have all been president. It is his turn. But since he won't do it, he is trying to use Atiku. This is the kind of mundane political calculations we're up against. As I'm talking to you now, General Gusau is still Atiku. No, don't listen. You will be president. So these are the kind of
so now then they push Atiku.
People like this will say, sir,
God
the reason General Danjuma, General Basanjo are all involved is we think if we're successful in making Peter president, we will finally bring the civil war to a close. And General Gusau doesn't want to hear such words. He is fixed in the old ways.
So you think, say, the General Gusau now be the mastermind of pushing a northern candidate even after 8 years of another northerner?
Never eat gelatin unless you're ready to replace your entire wardrobe in the next 15 days. This is a
I beg, Muna shift.
You don't, some of them believed in the subjugation protocols that Buhari
So
was
that means
using
Wike
to
was
try to
right with his
subjugate the
ranting, because Wike
Southeast.
ranted a lot about him.
Exactly.
Wike was right with his ranting.
You need to understand Wike. Wike is like, one of those angry chicken who wasn't allowed to feed from the general trade. So he just chooses to scatter the whole feeding
everything.
bowl, pour everything
Okay,
down. So
child.
if I cannot use it,
I
nobody
don't get
will use it.
manners.
But Peter Obi did something different. We left and we went to start the youth movement. And they allocated us 6.6 million votes plus. Same 6 million vote plus which was given to Atiku, their man. But the win Peter got, the exit poll showed Peter Obi won in all places of military installation across Nigeria where there was no rigging or voter suppression. And we knew we were winning across. We had one in Abuja, one in Lagos. No other party in Abuja and Lagos got up to 25%, only Peter Obi. And then we're told that the results have been stopped. And we say, why? They say that's a glitch. I can tell you, those people who did that glitch story are the same people who have now left Tinubu to start ADC. So what I asked them
the
is,
ADC members, now they
yes,
caused the glitch for the 2023 election.
They are members of the CPC faction that controlled those two issues of glitch. It is them. So they later now stopped the election, and Tinubu told them, give me this thing, you don't make the mistake of June 12th. And they asked him, what do you mean? He said, June 12th, a Southerner won. You don't like the Southerner. Find another Southerner and give him power, not taking it back to the north. To
Wow.
okay, we'll give it to you, but not as a party man on trust. They sold it to him. That's why Tinubu said he bought the presidency from these people. So he doesn't owe them because he bought it off them.
Could El-Rufai be part of those? Because El-Rufai is part of those where there's...
Well, you see, El-Rufai served under Buhari.
If what you're saying is...
El-Rufai was part of the generals under Buhari. El-Rufai was very influential in getting Buhari to respect the pact between the North and the South. El-Rufai was amongst the 5 governors that made sure the presidency of the APC went to the South. So in the PDP, Kusao, Atiku, and some other people turned to Buhari. They said no, they won't agree. That's why people...
Welcome, Anthony.
If you're not willing to zone to the South...
Please double tap the screen to like.
Okay, you can
or click on the 3 dots
and, good luck
to like, share, and subscribe.
Chairman of the PDP.
If you haven't done so already.
What the is, if in 8 months Peter Obi used obedient movement to shake the country, 2 years is a very long time in politics. So I think if they are not willing to respect the inclusion sought by the South, let them stay where they are. And you can't fight an incumbent by dividing people.
So going to what you just talked about, the acquisition of the CPC faction of the APC, if that's not true. But if that's true, if the ADC guys now, these people the way the ADC now decide to give Peter Obi
You've been in a car accident, sit down, take a breath, and for the love of your...
I beg.
Would you still support them? And would you say the same thing to them again? Because many people go on, no.
I will confess something to you. Agreeing to zone to the South by the APC will automatically force a consolidation of all the APC platforms into one, all the opposition platform into one gigantic move.
Oh, so a P2B's candidacy would force all the positions together.
If the ADC agrees to zone to the South, you will see a consolidation of all the opposition platforms.
So you feel say all the oppositions no go fit join together now because they feel say they would be cheated by the ADC and I wait to make them not fit together.
No. They will go on. The ADC people are polite. They are that's why Peter Obi is talking to them. Everything is like them to see if they can make up their mind and zone to the South the way the PDP.
But the last time we spoke here, you told us that El-Rufai was also, was very much in support of a Southern candidacy and a P2B's.
He has said so. And we thank him for that. I, alongside Peter Obi, welcomed him at Awaka in Owerri.
Yes, I saw a picture of all of you together. Yes.
Before he started traveling to Egypt. I expect when he comes back, as he has done, things will get well. The important thing about this is you continue to talk to yourselves. Talk to yourselves. Talk to yourselves. Until the people you're talking to begin to listen to what you're saying. So it's not everybody in the North that will quickly agree that the Northerners should wait till 2031. some are insisting, like Atiku, that he wants to run. Atiku is the reason Peter Obi is not president.
Eh?
If Atiku had not, yes, if Atiku had not said no for the presidency to come to the south after 8 years in the north, the opposition would have been united. They could have done a lot with that 12 to 40 million votes that was recorded for two of them. So I think Atiku is the reason Peter Obi is not president. Atiku is the reason. Because Atiku, in transigence and in alternate pursuit of the presidency after 8 years in the north of the presidency, that caused for a splintering.
But Atiku will also tell you that it is Peter Obi that is the reason he's not a president today, because Peter Obi did not support him in 2007.
No. He has built a coalition called APC. And that coalition, when they came together, they gave the presidency to Mr. Buhari. So he has no right, as far as what he has constructed has been given to Buhari. He has no right to pretend like Buhari is not a northerner. Buhari is from the north. So the north is saying to have had his 8 years. That's why the presidency after Buhari, members of the party agree should come there. Don't forget, Atiku, Tinubu, and the foundational kingpins of the APC that took their presidency for 8 years. So whether it is Atiku that took it for 8 years or Buhari had it for 8 years, the North is seen to have had the presidency for 8 years. And that's
Is it because Atiku supports Buhari for that 2015 to make sure he win the election? Now we make it talk like this, sir?
No, because it was Atiku who formed the MPDP caucus and used that to break the PDP. As they now got to the alliance that Tinubu had with President Buhari, that's how.
Yeah, I was headed to a nursing home, but then I discovered
Tinubu has had alliances with Buhari, with Atiku, and other people before, and they were never able to win election. But the minute you brought the PDP, MPDP into it, it became big enough to win election. And that's how the 2015 election was decided. So,
all right. So talking about the 2023 election, somebody will talk here say, not be just Atiku, that Atiku was not just the problem, because Wike was also contesting. In fact, a lot of people that accuse Wike saying, "Now he no agree made a microzone to southeast." He said, "Made just made a zone to south."
That is not true.
But Wike was contesting. Wike would have won that ticket if Atiku was not there. Wike would have won. Peter Obi did not stand a chance.
It's not. That is not true.
What is true, sir?
It doesn't work that way. If you zone to the south, everybody will know where it is going to. And all of us will sit down there and say, "It's this man." We go there, and that day we vote a man for him. It is when there is a disagreement, as you saw in the PDP, that they now started doing what they were doing. And it's not like the Northerners couldn't understand that zoning will have kept the party together. It was, some of them thought that Buhari's subjugation of the rest of Nigeria had done enough to intimidate the Southerners into not demanding for their rights.
So they feel that they will continue with there, nothing will happen.
Exactly. And you saw it didn't happen only in the PDP. It also happened in the
Yes, when they brought Ahmed Lawal. I was surprised that Ahmed Lawal was...
Welcome, Walele. Have you liked? Double tap to like. If you have not yet liked, like. If you have liked, don't like again, because it will remove your like.
Give up power to Southerners.
Walele, welcome, sir. Good to see you.
If got further governance.
Welcome.
No, when they broke Buhari's game, the presidency came to Tinubu, and Tinubu spent enormous amount of money to get his way to work.
Okay, so but going back to that Wike's one, I'm sorry, because I mean we've had this discussion several times. Wike had that conversation with Shenwo just last week, where he talked about them. He vexed, he speak with a lot of anger onto waiting them do him, how Tambowa do him dirty. That without Tambowa, he forget it. In fact, he said he was already winning the PDP primaries. He was already winning the primaries on Tambowa's statements. Now Tambowa's speech, now change everything. Now, going back to that, remember that, what's his name again? The ovation guy. Waiting our guy ovation name again. Oh, well, he had said, Dele Momojo, that the PDP, say PDP belongs zone goes northwest, zone goes south-south, zone goes southwest. The zones then where they own are northeast, north central, and southeast. And by priority level or order of priority, now southeast, now they're supposed zone 2. That statement that they were saying that they should zone it to the southeast, microzone to the southeast. But that Wike, through his friend, where the chairman of the zoning committee, Oga, governor of Benue State then, Otom, had said that they eventually agreed that no, because if they make it, if they zone it, microzone it to the southeast, it will disenfranchise. because he's not from the southeast. And the south where he's from, don't get tickets 2 times in 2011 when Jonathan contested, and in 2015 when Jonathan contested.
Thank you,
so
girl.
to zone it to the south, or for a southerner to get it. So that waiting make the concurrence okay, make them throw and open. And Atiku said, okay, let them throw it open so that he too can contest. Because I've heard them several times say that Atiku had said that if they had microzone to the south, he had a problem with it. His problem was that they wanted to leave it at the south alone, giving Wike the upper hand to contest. Because they know that Atiku cannot match Wike's energy in terms of whatever it is to win primaries.
Please, don't be your parroting nonsense. Sold you by Atiku's henchmen. P2B defeated Wike and Tinubu in Obia.
Who is unliking? The likes are reducing. What's going on?
So, political delegates. We also
Hear me. Didn't you just say now? You've just said Wike said he will have won.
Yes, that's what he said.
Everybody will think they will have won. What decides outcome in primaries is after people take your money, they will go for their conscience. Forget the nonsense Wike's. Yes, don't listen to Wike's nonsense. If we had agreed in the PDP, we will zone to the south.
Did you know that sugar and pink salt can make you forget you ever had type 2? Honestly, I don't want to sound rude, but I'm tired of repeating this trick. This is the last.
And we will target P2B for the Southeast. We will act in line with our conscience. The same thing that happened to Wike will still happen. Once the party closes its mind, yes, party decides, look at where we're going to. No matter who you throw money. Didn't you hear what they said? Wike didn't get more than 30,000, did this, did that. People voted in line with their conscience. That's how primaries are decided. You can throw money about, they will go and vote as has been arranged. So forget all those stories about Wike with this big age. It's not true. If we had voted to the south, the party will have gone for P2B. Just as you're seeing now. Don't listen to those stories, but don't being told by who's Mamodu? Is Mamodu a member of our party? Mamodu only came to join us to come and work with Wike. To come and work with the Atiku. These people talk anything they hear. The party has a soul. The minute the soul was committed, we will go to the south. We will bring P2B. That's what it is. You saw Wike confess. He spent money. He did this. But the delegates voted according to the soul of the party. If we had zoned to the south, no matter what Wike spent, he would have had the same outcome. The soul of the convention would have still have brought P2B. You can see what's going on now. If Atiku told you he wanted to the southeast, what is stopping him now from making that statement and backing P2B? Ask yourself. Don't listen to those ridiculous stories.
If truly he wanted both southeast by now, suppose don't.
If he wanted it, what stops him now? What stops him now? Is there Wike now in ADC? No. You're seeing the real character of the man. Forget the stories he tells you. Lie to who? When I started the agitations in the party, I knew what it was. I sat with Peter and I said, listen, Atiku is not honest. This man, remember what made you win and become his VFIs in Port Harcourt? Because you gave him what he wanted and he used that money to win the primaries the next day. Before Ekweremadu, Dave Umahi and others got into a vehicle to try to come to discuss with Atiku about VP, they had it on the radio.
Thank you, absolutely.
So the minute we saw Atiku was working with one of the governors called Governor Patrick Ifeanyi, we knew. And I told Peter, I said, listen, forget these people. They've made up their mind on their ticket. Atiku will tell you several things. A lot of them are not true. He said in Bauchi that no matter what the governor said, he will have taken Peter left without telling. It's not true. Once we saw that it is a man who brings the money when you're going to beggar to buy the car that will get to sit in front when they are testing the Tokumbo. And we knew the man bringing the money is Governor Patrick Okowa. There is no way Peter will have any space.
Did you hear when he said Gasau is the one behind Atiku saying he should contest?
All right, let me quickly just run through some other conversations that we'll be having tonight. Whilst we have him join us back, because I think his network has been interrupted. Let's see if he rejoins us. I think his network is bad. Okay, I think he's back now. All right, let's go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
We're talking to the people.
Oh yeah, he said it a little while back. Gasau is behind it.
History, formed themselves into an organization.
He's the one insisting.
8 months to election. We moved on to tell you that we came out 8 months to election.
Yeah, he's a military guy. Yes.
Because we now saw
General Gasau, I think.
Who will ever have the presidential election 8 months to election? We did that in anger. I got The person told me, no, it has been decided that nobody in the East will be voted for by anybody. I say, I'll prove you wrong.
Unfortunately,
Wow.
he was not alive to experience
AB,
that.
welcome.
Well, it was part of our
Yeah,
loss
it is live.
that also depressed
It was
him.
live
He
earlier.
didn't understand. He
Earlier.
believed,
Precious
you know,
had it
but when we
earlier.
started the youth movement, quickly we eroded anything they had. And he said,
But my
I
show
don't
is
care what
live,
you're doing.
yes.
You will implode the party. I said yes. If I implode it and they learn, next
AB,
time,
have you
we will
liked?
respect inclusion.
Need a new AC
I'm getting a
and
lot of
heating
numbers
system
on the
before summer hits
votes,
the
but I'm not getting as on the votes. I have 46 people voting. The likes are only 9. Come on, I don't know what I do now.
They called me and they said they agreed, and now they've sold it to the south. So we are begging Atiku and the other people to please agree with the zoning of the
All right,
present
so as they
south
talk
of the
like this,
party.
that means if Atiku or the ADC no green zone to the south and they maintain say they must get open primaries, which may likely see Atiku clinch the ticket, that means it's another giving Tinubu ticket for 2027 that is going to happen.
I don't know about that. I can't predict the future. All I can tell you is things change. Whatever happens,
I'm very
it will
sure
be
he
on the ballot as
does.
a position.
Guy, you
As I'm
know
telling you
now.
right
I'm
now,
very sure he.
there are several platforms
Yes, so
right
AB
now
today na
available for
marathon. Oh.
Peter. But he is working to convince his friends who have run away to go form ADC to come back. Let us harmonize the opposition platform. This is what he's talking of. Those people are not doing what they are doing because they think they will win. No, they will win. Atiku has some bizarre calculation. If Tinubu runs, Peter runs, they will decide fat and vote. Everybody in the north will vote for him. Imagine such dreams. How? Vote for you.
So now
for
what do you think of that? Say if Tinubu run, Atiku run.
That is his plot. Yes. He keeps telling everybody that this is what he will do. That's how he'll be president. This man, every year, since 34 years, I'll be president, I'll be president, I'll be president. Support somebody else. If you say it's Atiku, it was Wike in 2022. Wike is not in ADC now. Support Peter. Support Peter. He has told you he will do one term. Support him. I don't really want us going.
Okay, so yes, it's okay, sir. Sorry for taking you to that route. So let's focus on 2027. The possibility of a good luck Ebele Jonathan. Since you don't mention one term now, because it look like say for the Northerners, one of the person where they suits their mind, where they accept pass, where then they sure say no matter how it take be, the person will do one term. That good luck Jonathan. So how you take see that one? How people come cope if good luck Jonathan they on the ballot, him in there on the ballot. You know, will cause more division.
I think good luck Jonathan will, President Good Luck will very likely support Peter on the ballot. Yes, and that's why two of them are now working. That's why you did not see Peter attend the ADC meeting, because as the ADC are talking to him, so are the PDP talking to him. And so for me, the ADC will find it very difficult to organize. Okay, this is just a disgruntled person's platform. It's not a real serious platform with a consolidation of the opposition. No, opposition needs to consolidate to build anything that is serious. So let us see what's going on. Peter Obi and the Good Luck has indicated that they would be happy to have Shekarau become the new chairman of the PDP.
Wow.
Let us see how.
Because I'm wondering how they're going to do without a
who is this Shekarau, I beg?
That one, another problem.
Damagun will go in November at the party's convention.
But we can insist that convention will also take place.
And there's nothing wrong with it. When he said what he said to Showari, how did it end? Wike's words don't end up as the last word. He said he would deal with Showari. Who is dealing with each other? No, leave those now. Wike is a very loquacious person. Let us think
very loquacious indeed.
Okay? The party is moving forward to hold its
position.
Be very, very, very optimistic.
Abi, why are you stingy with like? See the way you say you just like that. Why? So you be one of the people when they stingy.
Good luck, Ebele Jonathan.
Okay, okay. Old garden can okay.
Peter Obi. Why you they sure of that? Because in close allies, them, including a brother, don't come and talk say he go contest the election. Even when they talk about some legal issues and all that way the APC feel use against them, they talk say no, those ones them already they settled by. And that there is no appeal on that matter since court settled up. So in they free to contest. And since then, he too never come and openly talk, say he no go contest. So what make you feel, say, or they confident, say, because him and Peter B don't get meetings, so he will support Peter B?
Who ruled on it? As who went to challenge it in courts? Ask yourself. Who went to challenge that legal grenade, the landmine? Nobody has gone to courts.
They asked me, and I'm going to share the recipe I used to lose 24 pounds.
Come on, we don't care. We don't care.
So the judiciary, which will say is in their pocket, start going to challenge that in court. because no law stops them from going to court against that issue.
So you think that if Jonathan comes, they may use judiciary against him?
Well, is the judiciary free? Why are all the governors running to APC? Because they know they can take it and use the judiciary to confirm it. Why do you think people are very afraid? They could give you any treatment. So we need to be very careful moving forward. I don't trust Tinubu. He will harass and treat Goodluck the way I don't want. And I think Goodluck knows those things are not, they're not palatable things to do. They could bring back the EFCC case against his wife. They could do anything. They could, can't you see he invited Tambuwal? Even just to tell you they have things on you. These people they are impossible. They are impossible.
Wow.
I just have to take it that way. So as far as I can see,
very soon, Udemudia.
APC are playing dating.
I know you are itching to talk.
So if
this video now must someone know we listen to and reach ground. He will soon be done.
I myself, most of us in the PDP who supported and followed P2B were basically originally Jonathanians. Okay, that's why you see Jonathan and P2B rhyme very well. They have the same camp. It's just that there are other young people who were never part of the PDP support base who now joined P2B. So Jonathan knows that P2B does have massive, Manikikyo follow.
Okay, all right. I think I will not start having a network issue. I just do hope that this will not linger for long, and so that it can be clear as soon as possible. One more thing I'd like to catch to. Hello, sir. Are you there, sir?
Yes, I am here, my dear. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I
Welcome,
can hear you.
Samuel. Have you liked?
Sorry.
Samuel, double tap the screen to like the show, please.
Okay, fine. I've seen you.
Okay.
Thank you for stopping by.
All right, sir. I would like me to finish on this conversation so that we'll quickly enter inside the Japan story, because I hear it because let me hear you finish with the Jonathan conversation. And
the Jonathan will likely back. Jonathan will likely back P2B. P2B has the momentum right now. He is what Nigeria needs.
And when Wiki asked that, when they asked Wiki that question for interview, he said, which party you contest? Like they already know that they're making it difficult for him not to have a party, because that's the question, and that's why Nigerians are worried.
Wike's words are not what you take seriously. The reasons why Wike's Togre in Rivers State has attracted national, importance is because he uses that to toggishly undermine the democracy. And he wants to toggishly undermine the PDP. But I'm sure if the party comes together after their convention in Ibadan, they will begin to support the party. I don't think the party is impossible. And I'm very happy that President Goodluck has come on board.
Guy, you already know.
So I think
it's my entrance fee. It's the least that people can pay. It's free.
I said P2B is not prevaricating.
So why not like?
8 months to election, it changed.
Show evidence of your like, and then you enter.
It's a very long time for him to plan and negotiate power properly.
So why do you think the opposition is terrified about that 110 agenda? Because people like say that one they no agree say it possible at all.
It is not an issue. The 110 is not an issue. It is just some people of turn-by-turn politics in the north who are thinking about those issues. At the end of the day, Nigerians will decide. So let's leave all these stories. Whatever it is, the Atiku and his people are the people responsible for this thing not to have happened. So I don't think they have any right to start making too much noise about tenor.
Drink a cup of salty honey when you wake up, and never struggle with memory problems again. Your brain will be razor sharp. If you suffer from
tenor, if they had allowed this thing, as the people in the APC allowed it, we wouldn't be where we are right now.
All right, so moving on, we hear that Japan don't scrap. Remember that thing we come out about a particular land or city for Japan where we say they keep, what we hear say they preserve for Nigerians, and here say after President Bola Tinubu to Japan, visit to Japan, say they agree, say they will give Nigerians, visa exemption or so to enter those places. So Japanese officials say they don't cancel the proposed initiative aimed at strengthening ties with 4 African countries, including Nigeria. They say that because our Nigerian government go line. Say that because our administration. Now, what's that make us ask you? They say, in fact, their reaction spread based on misunderstanding and confusion. That's what they said. Africa presidents told journalists in Tokyo that the African Hometown Initiative will be withdrawn, that they're not doing it again. That because the reaction was
Listen.
too widespread and sir,
It is a proposal within some community in Japan. It's not yet a policy well thought through. So most
then why
times
did
when
the
I hear
administration, why
people-
did our government announce it and hyped it like it's a deal that they have sealed for Nigerians? That's what caused this propaganda.
Well, you have now had the proper thing. You heard first from the Nigerian people, and then you now going to hear from the Japanese to try to see if that's from the Nigerians. And they said no. What your government is saying is not exactly what we mean. This is where we are. This is where we are. This is where we are. Your people are jumping. There are conditions to be met before we can consider if such things are possible. You know, if somebody flies a kite, an idea about, because ideas don't come out fully formed at the beginning. Somebody may have suggested something, but there are conditions to be met before a sovereign state like Japan will agree to part with some of its space.
So why did our government not allow that condition to be met before they announced it and hyped it like it was a deal they already sealed? Remember, it happened with Emirates too, Saudi Arabia too, where they also can't deny us. Because it don't look like saying a tradition, and a part of waiting, the position don't be used against them now.
I think your position would be wrong because you need to look at the track record of the APC administration. How have they been in the past? You have to be sure that somebody's words are things you can, take to the bank. But if they've done it before and you cannot take such words to the bank, why do you think the new rhetorics will suddenly be different from the previous ones? So if that is APC's strategy in just trying to raise doors, every time they say it, you ignore them. Doesn't make no sense. Who told you they will say such thing next time? Who said they will not say it next time? So I think we should just leave these things like that. Don't take everything too seriously. Some of the things you hear in the political space should be taken with a pinch of salt, I believe.
All right, so what do you think about the resumption of oil exploration for Ogoni land based on the last visits where the president just gave? I mean, the governor of Rivers State in life about yesterday lead some delegates of Ogoni people to go visit the president. And we hear say deals don't be on the way to resume exploration of oil for Ogoni land, even without the total cleanup.
You have to understand, we are transiting from a dictatorship to a democracy. You could see in the democracy what Tinubu did. He listened to pacify both sides of the Ogoni warring divide. I read where the other the gentlemen who were killed, which forced Abacha to arrest Sarawiwa and his own group and also had them killed. So I think Tinubu has now pacified the two camps. Both the Chief Kobani's group, who were the first to be killed, and his people who also were killed. So it's a kind of making peace for the entire community and let them now bring closure to the internal divisions in the community. There was internal divisions in the community.
So wait, what's the catch? That's what most people ask.
Try to get them in because Ogoni people who sit on a very rich for them to stay
How
for
do
so
you know
long
that?
would not.
How do you
It's
know
not the
that
very
though?
best. As you've heard, Nigerian government had been very successful in increasing
Oh my
our
God.
daily petroleum production.
If I show my
So
face
in
and these
March,
likes not enter,
our
it not
daily
enter
quota
at
of
least
1,
50. Oh man, there'll be
1.5
problem.
million barrels a
There'll
day.
be
I believe we
problem.
can take our production per day capacity to up to 3 million barrels. By then, once that happens, that means more revenue. So I have no doubt. You can see we've arrested the issue of stealing of crude. So if right now what we lose, from what I hear, is close to just 5%, that's good. That's good. And not when you lose more than 50%. That's very, very dangerous. So we'll continue working on it until we get well.
So all this while you've not been with us, let me gossip something to you. All this while you never come. You didn't one woman we get in charge of NATCOM, Nigerians and the Diaspora Commission, and in Madam Adibiri. She don't they make so many comments where people don't they drag her for. You didn't one comment she make which is say 99% of the people will be say they commit crime for Indonesia, say they're from one particular Southeast state. And then it can't reach time where they say some people were from another extraction, Southwest extraction of Nigeria, commit crimes. She did agree mention about them. There was a king, a supposed king that US hold. I'm sure you say that yeah, that news. She not talk about that.
Yes,
one.
I know. The man that was
there was a
convicted in the
clergy.
United States.
Yes, there was a
Yes.
clergy. She
A
not talk about that.
traditional
one.
ruler.
Yes, so then there is another father and son. Father and son, no. Father and son, no, if he say they also will say, they do something wrong recently too. She not talk about that one too. Now,
Well,
there is this one now, this particular one now, this young man now, FBI don't give 14 million naira bounty for his head. Say, if I see him, I'm going to give her 14 million naira. Madam never still post about this one. Some people don't they talk, say, madam. But if now people from one tribe like that now, she go don't post that. I say, make I just ask you why we say people when they work for public office like that, they behave like that. As people, Nigerians, they use complaint.
I think Abike Dabiri is to the diaspora office. And
that should be pioneer, chairman of that office. So
that's what I'm telling you. That office represents Nigeria. And she has brought disgrace to that diaspora office. You see, what you're trying to say is that she should understand that crime doesn't have a tribe.
God bless you, because you don't get tribe, you don't get religion, you don't get anybody.
Crime has no tribe, crime has no religion. And, you see, people who also dig up these stories about Olumide Adediro are trying to tell him, I mean, the lady, Abike Dabiri.
Now, you are just publishing it across all these major media platforms. This is actually from Vanguard.
It is understandable.
Also carried
it is understandable. There is an Igbo phobia. Because after 16 years of democracy, the Igbos were seen to have done better than everyone else economically. So this is what brought the anger against the Goodluck administration, because Yorubas thought it was an Igbo heavy administration. And so even Buhari also thought the same. So he came in and started subjugation and nepotism targeted against the Igbo, weaponizing nepotism in the process. So Tinubu and Abike Dabiri are also weaponizing the same bigotry against the Igbo. There's nothing very, very difficult to understand. It shows you the quality of leadership. I can just assure you that Nigeria will outgrow this. Nigeria is much, much stronger. What puts us together is much, much stronger than this kind of bigotry can change. Look at how the Igbos are so invested in Lagos that some Yorubas are even complaining. Okay, where were they when?
Today now they don't demolish like how many plazas?
They demolished 19. They demolished 19 buildings inside one plaza. You see?
Never eat gelatin unless you're ready to replace your entire wardrobe in the next 15 days. This is exactly what I'd do if I wanted to lose between 21 to 25 pounds.
Can you imagine that?
No matter how
Can
much
you imagine that?
they do, it's not going to be able to reduce the Igbo advantage in terms of seizing Lagos and Abuja as trophies of their participation in the Nigerian project. So what I would say is, as far as you are not against the Nigerian project, there's nothing you can do to the Igbo. You can be angry at their success, and what I see is an Igbo renaissance.
Welcome, Kene. Have you liked? Felix, welcome. Have you liked?
Some of them are very showy and they're very loud. And
like what happened for Ghana,
yes,
cause trouble.
that exhibitionism actually rubs it in the eyes of other people who seem not to be understanding how people are doing, and that's what's bringing these reactions. I don't think these reactions will stop, because the Igbo showiness is historically part of them, and they are very lucky, if you ask me. Oil is going out, but what's coming in now? The Igbos own about 2/3 of the entire gas in Nigeria. In Ebonyi, you have chlorine with bitumen. In Enugu, it is there with coal. In Imo, you have the largest gas deposit in Africa at Asan North, in Ohanji.
Thank you for not doing like AB. AB they make shakara before he like. I never see this kind of thing before.
People are lucky. They are lucky. But because of they've used the apprenticeship institution in a very great way to be able to excel in commerce, that has given them economic capacity to invest, and then become so loud in their economic success that you're beginning to see this kind of reactions. I don't think it's a problem. I think the Igbos should just ignore it, expect that you can be successful and you expect people not to react to it. I don't think anybody hates the Igbo, no? People just fear them, the way they go about their ways and their very, very competitive capabilities, I believe.
All right, thank you. Thank you, sir. While I open the phone lines, Nigeria's phone lines are open. I'd like you to chime in on the conversation. I know you have a few questions to add to the catch this evening. Please, phone lines are open. Kindly do so. Please follow the link on the pin post and it will bring you straight into the studio to jam. You go disappear, join me at the catch inside studio, or you call the WhatsApp line 0817-029-4077 if you get any question to add to the catch.
Okay, so we're going to end it here and we're going to start talking. Let me go straight to my. Let's do this. Let's talk about this. By the way, our sister Natu, I'm inviting all of you to come on. Let me kick this one. Hold on 1 second. I gotta take this person out. Okay. Have you guys liked? Anna, welcome. Have you liked the live? Please double tap the screen to like. All right. I know so you don't wait since Idemudia, you have the floor. So tell us, what is your takeaway from this interview that was just had? Can you hear me? Oh. Idemudia, can you hear me? I know you've been itching to talk.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Give me your insight on the interview that I just shared. So let's have it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Dr. Kachi Onoju.
Yes.
Is a very credible Nigerian economist, public affair commentator, who I respect so much because I listen to him. He was the public affair professor on public affairs to Mr. Peter Obi in 2023 during the presidential campaign council.
Okay.
Well, I think you have to ask me the question because there is a lot I want to say.
Yeah, I mean, you listened to his interview, right? You listened to where he talked about Atiku not being responsible for, being the reason why Peter Obi, that if he had supported Peter Obi, he would have won because the 6 million allotted to Atiku, together with the allotment they gave to Peter Obi, he could have won the election, right? And then he did talk about the coming together of the opposition. And if the opposition comes together and gives Peter Obi the ticket, everybody is going to join hands together to ensure that they win, right? To ensure that, they do what they need to do in order for Peter Obi to emerge. And then he also talked about, okay, go ahead. Start with that, yeah.
Let me touch on Atiku. Well, for me, I think a lot of people don't know that there are about 5 generals who would do anything at all costs to make sure that Atiku is the president of Nigeria.
Why do you say that?
Yes, I mean, these are military men who did not have the opportunity to become Nigeria's president.
Okay.
There is T.Y. Danjuman, there is Aliyu Gusau, there is Adamu Mwazu, there is Aliyu Babangida Aliyu, and so on and so forth. I will tell you for a fact, if Atiku have backed Peter Obi with a very strong northern vice, Peter Obi would have made headway. But however, a lot of these people I call, they have the way they manipulate Alhaji Atiku Abubakar to always run for an election. That is another fear I'm having, that these old men who are in their 90s, they should stay clear from this ADC opposition. Because if Atiku want to do a stepping down for a candidate
Right.
This are going to come and say, oh, do you know what we contributed for you? And bear in mind, the former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, actually awarded oil wells to all these greedy old men. They are still not satisfied.
They want more. God, I beg you. They know they think about the future. They know they think about I don't. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So for me, I think that chapter is closed of Atiku, Obi, whatever happened in 2023.
Right.
And I was so happy that even the general saw it, that a relatively unknown party could pull a 6 million votes compared to established PDP of yesteryears. Okay? So that gave me joy. Imagine if Peter Obi have come out with 300,000 votes.
That's
it would have
true.
been a shame.
Yeah, it's yeah.
A lot of people respect him. People like Kwankwaso who feel that they have PhD, they were former ministers, they were former this, former that, now put some respect in his name. So for me, it was a victory to me. That is that for that.
Now, what about the part where he was talking about what's it called? Jonathan backing Peter Obi. And if Jonathan comes out that T-Pain is going to make a spectacle of him, they're going to revive what the wife did during their presidency. They're going to dig through, just like they did with Donyo Kupe. So now, I hope everybody heard that part where he said the reason why Donyo Kupe had to support T-Pain is because they kept coming after him for the NSA allotment he was getting, I think, every month. So for every month that he was collecting dollars, man, people, they Kai.
I know all those stories. Okay, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let us establish a fact. I don't know how many people is in this life, but let us establish a fact. Tinubu is a mud swindler. Okay? Tinubu don't care to enter the mud with you. He's the mud himself. Now, on the issue of Jonathan, I think Jonathan needs to realize that one of his boys is now a master. It's a knowledge that when former Governor Peter Obi was in Abga, Jonathan suspect for Peter Obi. Okay?
Right.
He was commissioned Peter Obi into the, the financial security something agency.
Mm-hmm.
So Jonathan have always been a boss to Peter Obi. However, this is 2025, not 2015. Peter Obi have built a national image.
Right. With massive following.
Peter Obi is no longer that Aguleri man that you know before.
Right.
Or an Iberian that you know before. He's now a national figure. Whatever he say today sends shockwave to the spine in the people in Aso. So if I was Jonathan, I would give my blessing to my boy, who is now a master.
Right.
And say, go and get a trophy. It will also be a credit to me that I was president. I also made one of my boys president.
Exactly.
So whoever is pushing Jonathan do not mean well for this country. That's all I have to say.
Wow. So you heard where he also talked about, you know, how I think, I don't know if you guys caught that. He was talking about, he did talk about the Imo State governor, that the Imo State governor is actually building infrastructures in Imo State. He's doing in his own, from his own point of view, the man is
Oh my
doing
God.
well with infrastructure.
Hope Uzodinma is one of the best governor right now.
Wow.
If you remove the insecurity parts,
yeah,
I think
he said the insecurity part, he did address the insecurity part of it. He said that insecurity, that people are just blowing it out of proportion, that is not it. There are people who are bad elements in every state, and that's what's going on in Imo State, that it's not the usual headsmen that are doing all those spying, it's the criminal elements. That's what he said, and they're being taken care of. Because I think somebody messaged or said something about, what about all the unalivers? Although some Imo people came and they pushed back on it very, very strongly and said, no, that which Imo State is he talking about? But go ahead, yeah.
No, Hope Uzodinma is one of the best governors we have in the Southeast. After Alesoti, Peter Mba, Hope Uzodinma cut it for me. I'll give you an example. Borovitas, a big French company, satisfied from testing and experimenting, are building a 20,000 capacity test lab in Owerri.
Wow.
That will employ 10,000 Imolites. He also initiated annual gas plants. Okay.
Wow.
The one in there's also annual gas plants. There's also Egbema and Oraji plant. In terms of road, you will no longer suffer the headache to travel from Owerri to Umbise, or to Umbano, or to Ikeduru, or to Okigwe. A lot of infrastructure he have undergone with Cranebrook. He signed a PPP deal with Cranebrook, and Cranebrook have so far done over 200 kilometers of road.
Wow. Okay, someone, can you hear is saying that Imo State has violence that spills over to Anambra along Ihiala axis?
Yes, because of the IPOB. I don't really like to talk about it. It's a very sensitive national issue.
All right, you can do without saying. Okay.
Yeah, on health, Hope Uzodinma have also currently mapped out over 350 healthcare centers for renovation. Okay. Wow. And also he's signing a deal with University of California for a startup. So Hope Uzodinma even have a documentary out that we encourage everybody to go and watch. These are verified things. My friend is from Ikeduru, and he went home last month and told me that Hope Uzodinma is holding a job, but he's doing fantastically well.
Wow.
So Hope is, yes. Currently, I will rate the Southeast governors: Alesoti, Peter Mba, the Ebonyi State governor,
Hope Uzodinma.
Not Ebonyi State governor, Anambra State governor, Soludo, Chukwuma Soludo, who I'm also begging the people of Anambra State to please vote Soludo come November 8th. Soludo might not be the best because of his gutter politics, but however, if you compare him with Okachukwu Nicholas, Soludo is far ahead.
What about the Labour Party candidate, Moghalu? You don't think he has
George
any?
Moghalu.
Yeah.
I will respectfully decline.
Okay.
George Montalo is, is one of these guys who run for party. So we have Soludo, we have Francis Winforo in Ebonyi State, and we have Hope Uzodinma. So they are working seriously. Okay, they are working seriously. For me, Alex Oti is number one because of the decadness he has been able to elevate Abia State from.
Yeah.
In terms of road, healthcare. Recently, he renovated the Abia State University to a modern one. Okay, a campus is to a modern one. So, for me, Alex Oti is the number one. He has also secured $125 million from Islamic Bank for 126 kilometers of road that cuts across Umahia and Aba.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, these are my guys in Southeast.
Omo, be like say I go move go southeast to abeg. Which state go adopt me? Bikonu. I need land, I need farm. E be like make I change my name because e look like the hope, the light is in the southeast o. Abeg, make una tell me where make I move go. Oh my God, that is awesome. Hey, this is what it's good. I like the fact that there is a coming together, it looks like, of the Southeast people. They are now understanding the big game. Hopefully, they continue in that trajectory. I don't know about the South. South. Ew!
South. Currently, the South is at the bottom. But it's like Sheriff Oboriwori, the governor of Delta State, is really tense of road. Then you have Governor Diri from Bayelsa State. Is also trying in terms of road, but in terms of human capacity development, the people are very poor. They are very poor, and they have the highest. They take the highest position. The people are very poor, and they are, in terms of power, capital development, and all of that, they are very poor. Then you have the governor of Edo State, Mondo Okwewo, who is currently doing poorly in terms of security. If you go to his own senatorial district, the Ubiaja Ubaha Aziz is a nightmare. And also, he haven't been able to have a coordinated government that will say, okay, this is the chain of command, this is this discipline. He is more focused on politics, on pleasing his political godfather in Abuja. Then we talk about the governor of Port Harcourt, where he was suspended, and currently the River State account is bleeding.
Okay.
The general Ibas that were put there had a lot of contracts signed to himself, and a lot of money was siphoned. Very soon I heard that EFCC is going to be dragging him behind somewhere.
Wow.
So that's that for that. The governor of Cross River, well, nothing new is coming from Cross River. Well, I learned that they are focused on tourism, trying to revamp the Donald Duke tourism area. That's that for that. And who again?
You are right, guy. No, go ahead. Sorry, Idemuja.
Yeah, I think this is all we have. So if I were to rate them, the governor of Delta State comes first. He have adopted drones and cameras to fight insecurity seriously in Delta State.
Which of the South governors it does not allow what's it called? Allow cows into his community? He does not allow open grazing. Which of them?
Currently, the governor of Delta State.
Okay. I think for me, that's the best thing he could have done for his people. That one, if nothing, that one alone, that singular act for insisting that there's no open grazing, he has saved these people. But of course, I'm sure there are internal issues that could have been addressed. And why are they not talking about job creation for the young people? This is the problem I have. Why is it that these governors don't go ahead?
The only governor that is currently implementing tech jobs is Governor Opuzodima and Governor Charles Soludo.
Okay.
Charles Soludo has produced one youth, two skills solution.
What does that mean? How does that work? Wow.
So is comprising of tech, modern farming, modern mechanized farming, tech, mechanized farming, the informal sector, SMEs, which is the small and micro businesses.
Yeah.
So tailoring, hairdressing, shoemaking, fashion designer, bakery, and all. So it's all incompatible. One youth, two skills. I think he introduced that. Then the University of California and US Mark, which Opuzodima just signed a $50 million deal with.
Wow.
They are going to do a startup in Owerri.
Look
US
at that.
Mark, US, the University of California, Berkeley, yes.
UC Berkeley.
So
wow. University of California, Berkeley. Yeah. Wow.
Yes. So these three, they are going to have the startup in Owerri, where all the youth can be working in Owerri and earning foreign dollars and also paying tax in Owerri. So these are the two governors I see that are trying in terms of creating job for the youth. Yes.
That is fantastical.
Yes.
So, Kene, you said all that violence is not about headsmen. Look at Anambra. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, that it's even this guy, Dr. Catch, when he was talking, especially when they were talking about the Imo State, it was not like, it's not true that this is what's going on in Imo State. That's what he said because he's been in Imo State recently and he's been in communication, I think, with the governor. Some people called in, some Imo State indigents called in and pushed back on it though, so, but I don't know. But I mean, he seemed to have given the man, Hopu Uzodimma, kudos for the infrastructures that he's building in the state, because he said he's able to drive to his village smooth. And he's not the only one. I think I have a friend too who visited Imo State. The person is from Imo State and said the roads, man, from where they were driving from to their village, smooth. I was like, hell.
I can show you the 92-kilometer roads. I can forward it to you anywhere you want. Good roads. My friend took the pictures and all of that. So Opuzodimma is trying in terms of road infrastructure.
Right.
He signed a $150 million deal with Cranbrook.
Wow.
So
somebody is asking, Idemudia, Berkeley is an elite school. Yeah. Now, in which programs? What programs is Berkeley going to be offering?
Okay.
Yeah.
So they are going to be doing exchange program.
Wow.
With the University of Owerri.
Look at that.
Okay. Yes. So it's all incompatible. US Mark is going to build a startup tech in Owerri. So a lot of big companies are in Owerri. There is Arnold Gas. There is Oraji Power Plant. There is Burovitas. There is Adanime. A lot. I can't name all of my head. There's a lot.
Yeah.
It's taking more than 60 foreign companies that Opuzodimma attract to in most states. Yes.
Wow. That is fantastic. Oh. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm so that is first. That is such a good thing to hear. So if person wants to move back home, for instance, now you know go there, you go just if your village don't let you go, just go to east. East and my eastern brothers and sisters, una go allow me, abeg go. If let's say they relocate, I go relocate come east, oh, I go learn the language, blend in.
My favorite places in Southeast is Ihiala, Ikeduru, Afikpo, and Bende.
So what do we do? See the governor when they give una, the governor when they impose on una, e no even no vision, nothing. Young people just dey kpai themselves with court activity, terrorism on one end, kidnapping on.
State. I don't know what you're talking about.
You say wetin?
I'm from Imo State. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, sorry.
God.
Sorry, oh. People are beginning to deny the states they come from. Very soon, my eastern brothers and sisters, una go bow. People from the south, they go change their name.
No, my name is Ikukwoma Idemujao.
Okay. What does it mean?
Fresh air.
Wow. You even though they speak the language, blessing na me they lag behind though. Abeg, I need to learn how to speak Igbo because I want to be trader too. I'm gonna send my trading goods here. Yeah? Things they happen for East though. Anthony, you said I should please go to Abia State. Michael, you said they are attracted to the immense gas reserves. I think they said something about Hope Uzodinma trying to make sure that they have hold on that gas reserve that they have in Imo State. Do you know anything about that?
I guess Delta State have the highest deposit of gas in West Africa.
Delta State?
No, Imo State. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Imo State.
Okay.
And Hope Uzodinma is doing everything possible.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there are 7 gas company in Imo State, and all of them they pay taxes to Lagos State. Now, Hope Uzodinma is taking a new approach that all the gas companies extracting gas in Imo State must have an address in Imo State, and you must pay tax to Imo State government.
That is wonderful. Let them benefit from the gas reserves and let it be owned by their indigents. Please, can they do that? The same way in the north where most of these people have discovered gold, because they don't want sharing for the rest of Nigeria. With the rest of Nigeria, they allow foreigners to come in and take advantage. Let the indigens own it. If it means okay, they have to share it up, fine, as long as it's the indigens. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Let me also touch on if Jonathan was to run. The thing is, if Jonathan was to run, it's not Tinubu that will want to ruffle Jonathan. Like I tell people, there are a lot of people who will give their life to make sure that Tinubu wins second term. Okay? The lives of, I will give you 4 names. Monday Okpewo will kill his mom to make sure that Tinubu wins second term.
I can see that. Did you listen to his speech in the UK? Abi Ireland or where they say he go? Where he said he go give her 2 million Edo people vote. He can't tell Edo people make they talk to their people. Say 2 million times 2. You know what that is? How can they ask how many will be for the Edo state? Go ahead.
Now I will tell you why. If Tinubu wins second tenor, that is second tenor guarantee for Monday. Then you have what's his name? Tinubu's wife. Remi Tinubu he will do everything possible to secure his husband's second time. Everything, but you have Nyesom Wike, okay, who currently is being alleged to have fraudulent properties in Florida.
Yeah, Shore is currently holding him by the balls.
Yeah. He will do everything possible to make sure that then we have the northern oligarchy who are positioning for the long term, okay, for 2031. So they will want to show, I work for your re-election. You must give me ticket in 2031 to run for presidency. Okay? And the fifth one, NC Oluomo will make sure that Tinubu win, either by hook or by crook. So you can see Tinubu will just need to add his own brutality on top to top it. So in this thing that they are going to be doing, they are going to be using EFCC to harass people. They are going to release their dogs in the street to bite people. Blackmail are going to be going underground. Any politician with skeleton in their cupboard will be visited, especially if you want to support the opposition. The CBN, they will have him in a chokehold. The INEC currently have been sent to indefinitely leave. INEC that is going to be appointed is going to be in Tinubu's kitchen cooking rice.
Did you hear that he's about to kick Mahmoud out and he wants to, he's forcing him to resign?
Oh yes. Then we are going to have the police, as usual, making sure they be in the good books of Tinubu. We are going to have the NNPC making sure they are in the good books of Tinubu. We are going to have all government parastatals, okay? All the government parastatals who are either lobbying for appointment, ambassadors, post and all of that, making sure that they are going to work for Tinubu's re-election. So the thing that the opposition needs is a big, formidable house, okay? So that, for instance, I give you an example. When the goal will be going tough, they are going to invite somebody like Amechi. Yes. I'm telling you. Now, why they cannot invite somebody like Erufai for instance? Because Erufai is equally dirty as them.
Right. And Erufai will be willing to get really dirty. He doesn't care. Am I correct on that?
I'll give you an example. Tinubu feel that he's mad, but there's somebody like Erufai who is even ready to go to psychiatric with him.
Okay.
Oh yes. So it's going to be a contest of, you want to open my nose, I will open yours too.
Right.
So Erufai might be spared, but they are going to throw him some mud. And Erufai, trust me, he will throw them some mud. You understand?
Yeah. So he's going to match their energy.
No, okay. Erufai love violence naturally. And people also love violence. So Tinubu is going to play, not, it's not going to play it easy, but not in a way that they were going to meet. Well, the power of presidency is heavier, but El-Rufai may want to attack from the privilege of being a full animal, which Tinubu is naturally scared of. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be a very tough show. That is why I'm telling President Jonathan to back off, not your style. You
They
don't
go
have this
dirty that man anyhow. They go dirty him. Hey, go ahead.
That's why if Mr. President, my former boss, we have moved on. We are no more Jonathans. All your strong men and women who used to have your back are no more. Dezani is not around. Tony Anene is dead. He's 6 feet below. May so rest in peace. Who again? Stella Odua, have not forgiven you, sir. Doyo Kupe is dead. Dasuki, Sambo Dasuki will not stick his neck out for you. Who again? Nama Disana in APC. Yes. So, Mr. President, if you are hearing my voice, just back off. Just be the emeritus that you are, and bless your boy, Peter Obi. That is all, Mr. President. So that is it. I just call his tight strong men. They were Jonathan strong men. Desiani, Tony Aneni, Sambo Dasuki, Nama Sambo, Rotimi Amici, even though he fought Rotimi Amici at some point. But hey, so that is it. That is it. So those people are no more, and Jonathan should just back off.
Okay. So, I mean, what do you have to say about this upcoming election? What do you see or perceive? I mean, what are your own thoughts about it in 2027?
Okay.
What are your observations so far in 2027?
The coast is not very clear right now.
Okay.
Why do I say? Atiku seems to bring his big stomach very okay, without being told. He won that ticket by all means. Okay.
What do you have to say about him saying, let me just throw this one in so you can answer everything together. Him saying that he promises he's going to be good to the Yoruba people and all of that. So my question to all the Nigerians that are viewing, because I know we're from different tribes in Nigeria. All our tribes now follow come for Nigeria. That's the question I have for all of you. Go ahead.
Okay, so let me answer this. For me, it's not even about tribe for me, because I'm an Esa man from the minority. However, the Yorubas, the Igbos, the Hausa, the Fulani cannot deny the contribution of an Esa man in the national politics. There is nowhere in Nigeria you mention the name Chief Tony Aneni or Chief Tony Inaho or Ihomu or Stella Obasanjo that doesn't ring a bell, or Tommy Himi. These were some men who left their mark on the soil of Nigerian politics. So I don't feel as a minority or as the majority. I feel among other tribes as a Nigerian. Because what an Igbo man can do, I can do. What a Yoruba man can do, I can do. What a Fulani man can do, I can do. At that stage, at that national level, I don't bring my ethnicity. I wear the crown of Nigerian. I believe in the collective of Nigeria. Maybe at the lower level, political level, we can bring that ethnicity. But however, at the national stage, from the east, from the west, I normally view it as a region, okay? As one Nigeria. We bring together and mix it up to move the nation forward. That's that for them. So on article saying he will favor the Yorubas, I think that is not even possible. That is not possible because article is from northeast and he's from Adamawa State. Maybe that statement might be false because I know it's not possible. Because there is a federal character that guides your appointment, that guides your decision. So that's not possible. Yes.
Okay. I think you pretty much have covered it. I'm very happy because when I listened to that Dr. Kachi's interview with Precious, he said a lot of things that I felt like we all needed to hear as well. I know some of us also watched it, but I wanted to bring it here in case for those who maybe did not have the opportunity to watch it or didn't see the interview at all. There's some points he made that I felt were very, very important because I think he's closely knit with this group of people and he knows what's going on. He has information that you and I will not readily find on social media. You understand?
No,
So
Dr. Kachi,
go ahead.
Dr. Kachi is an insider.
Okay.
Yes.
That's clearly, that's what I noticed today. And he did say something about the UN, why the president did not go to go represent Nigeria. Did you see the picture of when Shetima was giving his speech? That hall was vacant. There was hardly anyone. That's how much they don't rate. And then they were going there to go and beg for money and beg for Nigeria to be part of the Security Council. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with these people? Everything are beggy. Meanwhile, Japan, when they lie, say Japan give them land, give them a community. Japan don't pull am now. Japan say they know they do again because of the lies. Anyway, I'm going to whatever you want. Yeah, go ahead and add whatever last thought you have. I'm going to be wrapping this up. I think we've done enough for tonight.
Yeah. Okay, fellow Nigerians, getting my voice. My name is Alvini Demudia, aka Ikukwoma, one of Esaland from Edo State. I will tell you people, there's an urgent need to take out the cancer that have before Nigeria, the APC cancer. I will plead with everyone here, go back home. If you are not at home, call people back home. Now the 2027 election is very critical. Giving Tinubu full 8 years will destroy the fabric of our nation. Today, Tinubu have drawn 2 lines. And if we are not careful, it might destroy this nation. Today, bigotry is now the order of the day. From the big tribe to the minority tribe, bigotry and infighting. Okay? That is Tinubu model. Then, we also have insecurity. The governors are weak. The president doesn't even care because he feels that he is the godfather. Why should I care? So I will urge fellow Nigerians here, both home and abroad, call your people, sensitize to go and get their PVC, and 2027, let's give them what they cannot resist until they leave us over. Thank you and God bless. I remain your boy, Ikukoma One of Isala. God bless you.
Thank you so much, David. I really appreciate it. Kwama one of of Abia State. State. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your comments. You know, your take was absolutely brilliant. Really appreciate it. We hope that you come back again to educate us based on what you know and share your thoughts with us. We're not always going to agree, but regardless, your points are always welcome. You know, because now how Nigeria go do better. That's the primary assignment. So thank you so much, Idemoji. I really appreciate you. So let me go through the comments and then we'll wrap this up. Gawalele, you say check some 2K data boys like this. I beg me, I was expecting to see 50. I beg. How many people add join? But for all those that liked, thank you so much for liking. I appreciate it. You know, I wish I had more likes. I don't know what it is. You guys voted overwhelmed. You guys voted on the poll that I took. Do you agree with regional government? 70% said yes. 30% said no, and we had 79 people voting. So imagine that 79 people being the 79 likes. Would that not have been amazing? So I don't know what it is. If I've offended you guys, then that's the reason why you're not liking. Please forgive me. This is, we come out here so that we can educate our people, so that we can keep our focus and goal in mind, because Nigeria, it belongs to you, it belongs to me, regardless of where you come from. Yeah, Kene, very good contribution. Very, very good. I really appreciate his contribution today. It's been amazing. Yes, you did not disagree with Edemudia today. Yeah, I did not disagree with some of his take. Absolutely. It's not all the time, but today was really good. He gives very solid contributions, but sometimes I don't agree with him. And we go back and forth, but today has been a good one. I really want to appreciate him for that. And it's okay. We don't always have to agree all the time, as long as the end goal is for getting our country back. Kene, thank you very much. Guy, I appreciate you. Michael, I should say Michael don't reach in village by now. Eh? Lady Obioma. Why you give me Obioma? Eh? You not see better name give me guy now Obioma. Eh? Oh my goodness. Everybody that came in, I really appreciate. Who was here? Anthony Abiora, welcome. Thank you very much for coming. Who else was here? Let me go through the comments. Anna, thank you so much for stopping by. Maurice, thank you for stopping by. Felix, thank you very much. AB, thank you. Michael Oluwafumilola, thank you. Oh, I didn't even see this Michael's comment too. He says, you need to talk truth to yourselves. We don't need anybody except T-Pain for now. After he finished restructuring, then Jonathan or Peter Obi. Do you consider what he's doing restructuring, Michael? Where your family members are being unalived every day, and your citizens are being arrested all over for bad behavior. Do you really? And you are being taxed to the death. You see that as restructuring in your eye? Is it when the unaliving reaches your family compound that you will know that what is going on is wrong? Because I don't know what to tell you. Samuel, thank you very much for joining. I appreciate. Because me, I don't understand. Anyway, I'm glad I didn't see the comment early, because maybe that would have. Chiemere, thank you very much. So anyway, my people, now here I go draw the curtain for today. We don't try today. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys on my next one. Then would you learn his lesson, Abby? Yeah, thank you. I appreciate. So I'll see you guys on my next one. Most likely tomorrow morning, of course, our usual time. unaliving is intolerable. Exactly. And here he is saying that, they have to, whatever, what's it called? That Tinubu should restructure. Is unaliving people part of the restructure that Tinubu is going to do? Because I don't understand. Is unaliving part of the game for Tinubu? I don't understand though. I'm telling you, the comment dey up. I no quick see am sef. So 70% of you agree with regional government, and 30% said no. I am in support of regional government. I think that it will reduce the bigotry to level, because people will go back to where they came from and build their communities and their cities. Okay, there'll be no excuse then. And then you can hold your local government representatives accountable directly. There'll be no no, it's federal, it's not local, it's federal. There'll be no excuse like that. So that. So I mean, I am in support of regional government, to be honest. Decentralized. Let us have an administrator who you can pay, the tax, maybe 10% or 20% of your revenue from the state to, so that they can maintain the central. But every state will be accountable for what they have. Because I remember growing up, there was a lot of farm produce coming out from where I came from. People were making a lot of money from farm produce, right? There's a lot of oil coming out from there. There was a lot of rubber crops coming out from there. So many things you could have done without those rubber plants. I still remember, So, but anyway, in any case, I'll leave it here for now. I'll appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Decentralize and let them tax. Do you understand? You tax the people. You stay, depending on the state, you say, okay, states will contribute 30% of their revenue, right? After you take out, what they're going to use to maintain themselves, 30% towards the central. And then the states will have their own police, have their own barracks. Do you understand? I think this is, for me, this is what I support. The way Nigeria is not working. I'm sorry, it's not working. The bigotry is too much. Because it will actually encourage healthy competition amongst all the states. I'm telling you, people will look within and look for ways to come up with ways to make money and make the state better. Exactly, they will chop whatever you grow. So if it's only 20 naira you are growing in the state, you manage it. The states that have a lot of revenue, let them be enjoying. And then you can now pay your citizens, that bursary amount. You will now have, incentives where you're taking care of the elderly. People who don't have jobs are getting some monthly allowances until they're able to situate themselves. This whole thing about, everybody wants to go to Lagos, everybody wants to go to Abuja. I understand why Lagos people are pushing back. It's too much, because the local people in Lagos are not even enjoying the benefits of being in Lagos. They are not even allowed to rule in their own state. This is how bad it is. The people that come from there, look at Gbadebo. Look at the bigotry that they had to cook up just to make sure they don't allow that guy get there. I mean, it's too much. For me, based on everything that I'm seeing, yeah, we can still do one Nigeria, we're under that umbrella. But I would say we need to change that name, Nigeria. Tomorrow when I come back, I'm going to put the poll up. Change the name Nigeria and talk about suggestions for names. That name, there's something wrong with that name. That name is not a good name that we have. And then we decentralize. Let every state run their own thing. If na 100 naira you manage them, now wait till you get be that. Everybody will be forced to look inwards. Creativity, healthy competition. People will come together, come and play football. You buy tickets. People will come. Whoever win, carry the trophy. I mean, do you know how much growth we will have just by people looking inwards and developing their own? And then you'll be able to speak to your traditional leaders directly. You hold them accountable. You'll be forced to. This one now is easy. They'll say, oh, traditional does not really have any say You get to a point, you will like start asking yourself, what is the purpose of traditional leaders? You start to ask. Nobody will tell you. All the sentiments that some of us have with traditional leaders, you see it to develop wings and fly away, because you're thinking of how you're going to forward movement. How do I improve my life? So you have questions for people that are responsible, So anyway, states can also freeze some taxes in hardship. Exactly. It's too high. Exactly. Like OT did recently to help Abians. Exactly. And then you can look at what successfully Abians have done and copy it for your state and elevate it. You understand? People can do business amongst themselves. If you know you are into gas and water, you can go to the Imo state and say, okay, let me please contract. You get contract, you do the job well, because you know you are coming from a different region. You will answer, you go make sure so you do it well, because na a region you dey go represent, not just you. You are not just going there to represent yourself and your family. You're representing a whole state. So when you go there, go make a fool of yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So I mean, for me, this is why I'm supporting regional. If I decide I want to go and live in Abia State, for instance, I will go there and make sure I'm a good citizen, because I don't want the Abians to say, is this lady that came from this place that is causing all the trouble. Everybody go maintain, they go respect themselves. All this disrespect, when people they get up and down, leave, go back to your country, go back to your state, meanwhile you're using another hand to invite foreigners to come and suppress you in your state, demolishing people's houses and giving it to Igbo people. We need to wake up. We need to wake up. The world is not sitting down. The world is moving. Now let us, now we dey one place. We not dey go forward, you know they go backward, because of your useless gargoyle leaders. When they plant people for there, 2027 is a date with destiny. We gotta get it right. You see wetin dey happen now. This man for here now 100k. If you want to do H1B visa, 100k. Una know who he target for that one. Right now, they talk say, I mean, I don't know how true this is. I heard it somewhere on the streets that now he's even saying that as an African, if you're coming, you're going to pay a shorty, so that if you overstay, you'll pay $250. I don't know how true this is, allegedly. If you come, they give you visa for 3 months and you overstay, that money when you put for down $250, you know, will collect them back. It go. But if you leave, they go refund you your $250. This is what I have heard, allegedly. You see, it is important for you to go and fix your country. That's all I'm saying. I'm not mad at what this guy is doing. I am not. I don't have anything to say that is wrong. I don't. He's trying to make his country good for himself and his people. So you and I don't have any excuse. So we must, everybody everybody head correct. We know what they do. Let's go. And when all these leaders, let's be putting it in their ear. Let's dissolve. Everybody go their way. Regional. Let's start talking about that. We're not talking about that enough. Regional does not mean that we are not going to be under one country. We will be under one country, but it will be regional. Everybody will have their own regions. Please, let's start putting that conversation in. You understand? Because the bigotry is too much. It has gotten to a level where it is very unhealthy, extremely unhealthy, and there's a lot of hate. It's not a good thing when you get to that level, So anyway, I've said more than I should say, actually, in wrapping up. We talked about the latest flood. Look at the flood that's going on in Lagos State. So it's for someone who said he built Lagos. Is that the Lagos he built? Look at the flood. Look at people's mansions. Millions upon millions. Overpriced real estate. Does that make any sense? Yeah, he warned. He warned and warned. GRV is an architect. He warned and warned. Alvin, good night. Thank you very much. Despite, thank you. Who gave me super? Doopsies. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That's very sweet. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. is like cold water on a hot summer day. That's what you did, Gypsy. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Blessings to you. You know, despite freeze some taxes, Abia State generate more. Exactly, because you encourage people to become more productive. You understand? You encourage people to be productive. Everybody will want to, be a part of the growth. Look at what's happening in Burkina Faso. All the citizens are involved in building their country. This is where Nigeria needs to get to. If everybody goes to their region, you'll be forced to fix your problems. You'll be forced to. When road not good, your local government chairman house not far, you will go there, march, go there, go meet and say this road not good, you gotta fix it. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, I think regional will be the solution to this madness that we have, where people were now saying, you can't be a leader in my community because you're not from that community. That's madness to me. I would assume that is the best person that should rule. For instance, now in Abia State, there's an Edo man that is in their, whether an account general, whatever it is. There's a man there that's from Edo State that is in his government that's working. Do you understand what I'm saying? Those kind of things, it will make sense then. So if somebody comes as a stranger from a different state and says, hey, I have a job based on my qualifications, I'm going to work here to help these people improve whatever, it will make sense. All this hatred will not be there. Everybody can thrive. People can come home with their kids, and their kids will add value to their communities based on the knowledge they have. We need to think about it, and this should be part of what we're pushing for. Let's not kid ourselves. Let's tell ourselves the truth. The way the country is structured right now is not working for you, it's not working for me. We can't keep doing the same thing and expecting the same results. The best we've had in Nigeria, the best times in Nigeria have been when it was regional. Can we admit that? It has been when it has been regional. We can fine-tune some of the part of the constitution to suit our regionalism. If for instance the West, they all want, most of the Tinubu boys, right, they all want T-Pain, they can have him. Then we don't have to be stuck with a Tinubu. We will say it's what they want, so we will respect the man. But not be saying we they talk against the man. People are feeling a type of way because they feel like, because you are not Yoruba, that's why you're not supporting him. Because you are not, it won't happen. Because we'll say, okay, that's who they chose, so it's okay. If it's working for them, no problem. You see, so let's start talking about regional beg. Because regional me support too. I'm sorry. Make them make 10,000 so that Nigerians go feel them and stop running from. I'm telling you. For me, I don't have anything against, make it squeeze everybody out. Now they're actually gunning for citizens. Even if you're a citizen now, that they look for a way to denaturalize people. So if you don't get ticket before, you were never punished, they will go look the fire. If they see something when you're not punished, they feel use and take deport you. So nobody is safe. So does this not tell you that you should go back and fix your countries? Look at the whole of Europe, even the UK. The place don't they turn to something when we not recognize. So I don't know about you. For me, na home, na person they think of. Not be you will not be here forever and ever. Which time you want to go build your own? Which time? So every community that has been abandoned in Nigeria can have the chance to grow. All those communities, look at Akoko Edo, for instance, the touristy areas and everything. Do you know how much income can be generated alone from that Akoko Edo region? Do you know how much for that community to help the community? Businesses will thrive because of that. We need to know what we are doing. Let's start telling ourselves the truth. So all village people, like the show before leaving, give a smile to her. Thank you so much, Gawa and Lily. I appreciate. Hey Nat, welcome. What happens to the current 36 state arrangement if you revert to regional government? I don't know, Nat. You can give me a suggestion. about that. I don't have everything. I don't have all the answers. I'm just telling you from my own point of view, I feel like that's going to work best for us. The way it is currently structured is not working. You are not enjoying, I'm not enjoying. So what do you think the problem will be, the solution will be to that 36 state arrangement? You tell me. I don't have all the answers. That Edo man occupies a high position in exactly. He occupies a high position in Ochi's administration. I mean, and that should be admired. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think it's more about the operators of the system than the system of government. If you don't deal with the virus called corruption, no system can work in Nigeria. Yeah, but in the event that, let's say in 2027, we eventually get it right with the right type of leaders, those other ones, we can now deal with them clearly, right? And deal with the cancer in the system. This is why we need a leader that has sense. Unfortunately, it all falls on one leader that has sense. In the current dispensation that we have, with the structures we have, we need one leader with sense that's tough, that can, not go look anybody face, break the back of this corruption. That's what we need. We don't need any greedy old gargoyle, all the same people. We don't need them, right? So I mean, that's what I think. I agree with you. It's about the cancer in the system. I agree. That's why we need one person that has sense to come in, unfortunately, because of the structure we have. Steven, welcome. Chris, welcome. I'm still wondering why it's a crime for anybody to suggest unbundling Nigeria into more than one country, especially with the toxic level hate inherent in the system. Exactly, Chris. I agree with you. You understand? I think we should unbundle it, and we should not be afraid to talk about it. We shouldn't. And when we're talking about it, we shouldn't be emotional and be angry about it, because that is the only solution. We can't continue like this now. The future of the children are at stake. The future of the young people coming up are at stake in Nigeria. Feels like there's no hope. Meanwhile, there's hope. A country that is blessed with so much. So we must shy away from we must shy away from not talking about, we must not shy away from talking about regional system of government. It worked before. So we should bring it back. There's nothing wrong with that. If I say, okay, now I want to go to Abuja, maybe I have business to go and do that, I go to my Abuja, do business, I come back to my location. If I have a job in Abuja, for instance, I have a business in Abuja and it requires that I have to go and live in Abuja, I will go there. I'm not going to go there build house up and down. I go look for place, rent am, because I know say my house dey where my house dey. My house dey my region. So I go do my business, go back to my region. If I can't get appointment, it comes with house, comes with car, I go know say okay, na something carry me come there. All this hate is too much. It's dangerous level hate now. We don't need it. We don't need it. Let's focus on, yes, may everybody go their way, no problem. No love lost. Salutation not be love. Respect me. I don't need you to be it's good that we have to. No, we can love each other from a distance. How neighbor, how you dey? Okay. When e reach time for us to come together as a people to fight for a common thing, e go make sense then. We go know so okay, we dey come together to fight for one single thing. Oh, Nat, okay, e be like say na comrade be this, so comrade Omoruyi. As you talk, the way you take greet me na Nat, no. Good evening, sir. The states will become provinces within the regions, now being headed by premier exactly as an administrative head, while the states now have district heads or mayors. Simple. Let's start talking. Let's start having real conversations about it. I'm telling you, this whole system, the way it's structured, is not working. Let's not lie to ourselves. It is not working at all. Too many people are suffering. Too many people that have no business suffering are suffering. Unnecessary suffering, unwarranted. Anyway, I've said enough. Thank you very much, guys, once again. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.